Well, actually, what's under the kilt now is 2 pockets. Don't mean a front and back vagina.
Because I feel like you could enjoy an Eiffel Tower. Towards, I'm going to say Canada as well.
You're just so fucking copying me, like.
I know. I really enjoy a cruise, but then it's not really a spot per se. It's an experience. It's lots of spots. So
He doesn't want one spot. He wants a rash.
I want a rash.
He wants a Scandinavian rash.
Any offers? Or sitting watching YouTube or Facebook videos. Massage, buddy, massage.
Afternoon, everybody. We thought we'd do something different today. We're going to bring you our reaction to some Instagram questions.
We did say ask us anything. You know, we're weight loss experts, but sometimes people just ask us random questions. So
how many weight loss questions were in there?
Not many. To be fair, the very first one was a weight loss question.
Was it? Right, okay, yeah.
So I'll read it. I've lost 71 pounds and more to lose. Have meal and exercise program. Anything else I should do?
Meal and exercise program. So then you want to be looking at your mindset then to cover all bases, because most exercise and meal programs will do the job, but you need to apply yourself correctly to them.
Mm-hmm. Also understand that it's your overall lifestyle. So yeah, mindset, exercise, nutrition is kind of what we specialise in. But then you've got to encompass all with a lifestyle. What time you go to bed? Are you dealing with stress? Because we all experience stress on a day-to-day basis. Are you staying active between your exercise sessions? Because that all adds up to your calorie burning of the day.
Boom. Next question.
How many cashews can I eat?
I wonder who asked that question.
Next we have got, do you ever produce BSL or other sign language interpreted content for your deaf, hard of hearing fans?
That's how are you, wasn't it?
How are you today?
Yeah. We used to start our lives. You did that for a while.
Yeah, I was trying to learn a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's that. Something like that. Anyway, we try, but we've got so much going on that we can't really learn too many languages. Would you ever do a calendar?
We would. That's another question.
We would.
We would.
Dennis Adolfi says, what length should a kilt be?
What length should a kilt be? I would say just above the knee.
There you go. I think it depends if you're wearing it formally or more relaxed, but generally speaking, Lee from Fitz and Simmons, or Simmons and Fitz. Simmons and Fitz.
We should really know this.
We should know that.
Anyway, the man, Lee, that does our kilts for us,
says just above the knee. Just on the kneecap. Brian James, how can you keep motivation alive?
Just don't let it die. Well, motivation, ultimately it's about knowing what your goal is and why it's important to you. Typically you lose motivation when you lose the desire for that set goal. You lose the desire because for whatever reason you've not reminded yourself of why it's important, or that particular goal is no longer important. If that's the case, you've got to find a new goal that's on a similar path, if you're thinking health and fitness, that will keep you driving forwards and you feel passionate about it.
Yeah. Always remember there's 2 types of motivation, intrinsic, extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is what we want. We want to have that burning desire within you to do these things, okay? And I always use the example of brushing your teeth. It's this intrinsic motivation. It's not like, I want to brush my teeth, you know. No, it's just this intrinsic, I'm brushing my teeth because I know it's important to me. I know that these things will benefit my life. Therefore, you just brush your teeth every day. You don't need the external motivation and that constant drive. So when it comes to weight loss or your fitness, your health and well-being, what's the intrinsic motivation? Okay, why are you doing these things? Okay, and yes, extrinsic motivation can come in sometimes. We're coaches, we can often provide a bit of extrinsic, but as coaches, it's our job to try and draw out that intrinsic motivation. So ask yourself why it's important to you. How do you stay committed? I do well for a while, then give in to old habits. What motivates you? From Laurie. That's pretty much what we've just answered.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, Laurie.
Sorry, Laurie. Same answer as James. Understand why it's important to you. Emilio, your best friend. Is he your best friend?
Is Emilio my best friend?
Apparently so. Our best friend.
Oh.
Emilio, your best friend.
Hi, Emilio.
Have you been to Paris before? Because I feel like you could enjoy an Eiffel Tower.
You started reading that thing that was innocent.
Oh, Emilio.
For the record, I have not been to Paris. Have you been to
I
Paris?
have been to Paris.
And did you enjoy an Eiffel Tower?
I took my wife to Paris, not before she was my wife.
And did she enjoy an Eiffel Tower?
She enjoyed my Eiffel Tower, so look at that. The obvious, MP guru. Obvious, what is under the kilt?
What is under... Well, actually, what's under the kilt now is 2 pockets.
It is.
And I don't mean a front and back vagina. We have got new pockets put into our kilts. One to keep our keys and our keys and a bank card on one side, and a phone on the other side. Yeah.
As well as our boots and socks.
Yeah.
There you go.
And nothing else.
Stefano126, favourite vacation spot? Well, you go first.
Oh, I'm going to go with Canada.
Canada.
Exactly, yeah.
Favourite vacation spot? Not really. I'm going to say Canada as well.
You're just so fucking copying me, like.
I know, but like, if you could go anywhere right now, where would it be? Like, I don't know. I really enjoy a cruise, but then it's not really a spot per se. It's an experience. It's lots of spots. So in terms of spots, like, where do you want to go? I've never been here, but I want to go all across Scandinavia. I want to go Norway, Finland, Sweden, Denmark. I want to experience it all because it just looks awesome. And I love the people. So I kind of want, but I've never been. So I can't really say it's my favourite spot.
So he doesn't want one spot, he wants a rash.
I want a rash.
He wants a Scandinavian rash.
Any offers? Aman CB says, how do I improve push-ups? I have 0 arm strength.
Depends on where you are starting from. If you cannot even do one, then try elevated push-ups either against a windowsill or against a chair or a table, and then build those up. And then as you get stronger, you can then go to a horizontal position.
Exactly that. If you can get to the horizontal position, but you still can't do a push-up, do negatives. So you drop onto your knees to push up, go onto your toes for the strong one, and lower yourself down slowly. It's called eccentric contraction. So your muscles are still working as you're lowering yourself very, very slowly.
Get down and stretch the marvel.
Yes, I must increase my bust.
Oh yeah. I will. I'll make them bigger still.
Robert Maya in 1690 says, are you both married?
We are.
Yes. Not to each other.
Not to each other, no.
Daniel Joseph, are you guys a couple?
A couple of kilted coaches.
A couple of awesome guys. Mark Muse Photos says, what can you do if you get tennis elbow and it throws off your routine? What kind of routine have you got? I'm throwing off my rhythm. Use the other hand.
Definitely go and try and see a sports therapist or a physio for it. Massaging it is definitely the road to recovery, but you need to do something to rehabilitate it with tennis elbow. It will more than likely not just heal by itself, so you need to be doing some sort of rehabilitation. Any sort of flare-ups I've had in that kind of department, massaging it out usually helps it recover much faster.
Always remember that these little injuries, especially something like tennis elbow, which is more often not a chronic issue, like something that you've been doing repeatedly, going for a couple of physios or trying to like fix it is not really going to solve the issue, because if you're still doing that thing that's caused tennis elbow in the first place, then it's still going to be a problem. So get into a routine of, once you've spoken to a physio of some kind, then they'll normally find the muscle that's causing it. It's usually one in the forearm, but it can be elsewhere. But once you've found it, like I know if I dig my fingers in here, it's like, oh, and I don't have tennis elbow at the moment, but that's tight. So get into the routine of
wanker's cramp.
It's on both hands. It can be. But just get into the habits. If you're sitting watching TV or sitting watching YouTube or Facebook videos, sitting massage, buddy, massage. Try to help this fella out here.
What YouTube videos do you watch?
Just tells me, wank some more. Good tennis elbow? Yes, you need to wank some more. The I watched the other day was Evolution.
Oh, that's genius.
Before it even started, I was like, "There's always time for lubricant."
yeah, oh man, it's funny.
That's fine there. Louise Bones, no comment. What did you have for dinner?
Which night? Because last night I had mince and tatties.
Mince and tatties?
Aye, I got my tatties alright.
Well, technically speaking, we had the same thing, but I had it in steak format rather than mince.
So first it's Canada, now it's my fucking dinner, eh?
I had proper steak and it was awesome. Steak and tatties.
Steak and tatties, oof, nice.
They were really nice. What prompted, this is from M McIntyre64, what prompted the new kilt design? What an awesome question.
I love it.
I'm glad you asked. The new kilt design, the reason that we went for the royal, in fact this is all in a new book.
Yeah.
We've got a new book and it's going to be out in October, which is next month. Holy shit.
Yeah, very soon.
This is all in our new book, we explain it, but ultimately what we wanted was a well-known tartan to begin with. That's why we went with the Royal Stuart.
Very recognisable, very bright, and we could uniform it that way.
Yeah, and the two main colours of it were red and yellow, and then we created our logo, which I'm sure we can put it up on the screen.
Yeah, I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah.
In fact, it's in the corner of the screen, I always put it in the... There we are. Thanks to Rob that made us that, right?
Thanks. Yeah. So our logo is made up of red and yellow very specifically because it signifies creative and empowering forces, and we're not going to get into the ins and outs of the different colours. But
that's in our book and read about it.
That's in our book too. But then when we then started to develop a little bit more, we're like, the Royal Stuart's just too busy. There's too many colours, so we decided to make our own tartan.
Yes, and ultimately we changed the red slightly based on our socks. So we had these maroon socks that were kilt socks, and we liked the colour of it. So when we came to select our colour scheme, we were like, we like the colour of the socks. Yeah. So we did it backwards. We got our kilt to match the socks rather than socks to match the kilt. We
could have found the bright red socks to go with the kilt, but we were like, nah, we really like the maroon, the darker. It's just a bit more. It was a bit more moody for us, wasn't it? Like a smouldering stare ready. that stare represents our red. That's cool. I can't see the whole name here, but it's the Adventures of a Ninja? What? No, the Adventures of Team Ja something. Anyway, I have damaged stomach muscles following lots of surgery. What can I do to fix? We made a video about this.
Yeah, it was how to fix your lower back pain, wasn't it?
Yep. It basically talks about rewiring stomach muscles after pregnancy, is normally the case for damaged stomach muscles.
Or sections as well. Or
C-sections, exactly. So ultimately, any sort of damage there, you need to start to rewire the muscles. We made a whole video about it. Go and check it on YouTube. It's called
How to Fix Your Lower Back Pain. It was also the birth of Quincy.
It was. I was proper laughing my head off at how fucking furry you are.
Yes, you're like a little animal on my chest.
Yeah, exactly. Linda Barney says, a tour of Australia? Australia?
Probably. I just don't like creepy crawlies. Spiders and snakes. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't mind them that bad unless they're going to try and bite me.
Which, in my head, they all try and bite you. Because that tastes so good. Apparently.
You heard it here first.
Spiders and snakes.
I'm sure there's going to be a few volunteers to put that to the test. Wide B32. I'm pretty sure that's Deb, isn't it? Anyway, might not be. What are you drinking tonight?
Probably wine. Red
wine. I think I'll probably be going to be drinking water.
I should have said I'm going to UB40 it. Red wine. Stay close to me. No, too much. Too far.
Yeah, I may have a couple of beers, I'm not sure. I may have some whiskey.
Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere.
KTK1961 says, how do you like your new kilts?
Fucking love them.
Absolutely incredible. Exactly what we wanted.
Yeah. See, when you have an idea or something and then it gets designed and created exactly as you imagined it, you're like, oh man, awesome.
We do like wearing sporns, but not always. And sometimes you put the sporn and you're like, oh, the sporn's just heavy and it's right where you don't want it to be. And you're like,
you want to be able to have the choice, that's the thing, isn't it?
So when we created our new kilts and the new design, we're like, we don't have to wear sporns anymore. This is awesome. J Barloo says, how to balance families and workouts.
Tricky. It's working out. It's establishing the optimum time for you training. I mean, for me, I like to train first thing in the morning when my girls are still asleep. That way, I get up first thing. I say the day is mine, but really only a couple hours in the morning is mine. No one else is awake because I'm quite an early riser, and I find that's I don't feel selfish doing it in that period.
Yep, I think it's making something work for you rather than deciding to work out. You know, I'll work out when I've got time, and you end up not working out, or you then sacrifice family time. It's like no, plan it out, map it out, and you know it's a very organised thing. You say, no, okay, I'm going to work out here, make it a part of your priority, like going to work, like preparing your meals, you know, time you go to bed, that type of thing. Just prioritise it, and it doesn't have to rule your life. In fact, when you get your workout in first thing in the morning, I like to do something similar. You then got more energy, more focus, more clarity throughout the whole day. You've then got more presence when you're with your family. So actually, sometimes having a workout is better for you than not having a workout, so that you can be more with the family.
Is this next one, is that a snake or a dollar sign?
That is a dollar sign.
Oh.
I'd love to know dollars. So would I?
I got dollars. What's that sign?
I'd love to know dollar. The peaceful sage. We have no idea what you mean by that question. I'd love to know dollars.
Dollars is what I need.
I'd buy that for a dollar.
Was that the last one?
That was the last one.
We should have made some up. Right, everybody, we hope you enjoyed that off-the-cuff video.
We will do this again, maybe next month. So if you don't already follow us on Instagram, please go do so. You'll find us easy enough, the Kilted Coaches. We've got a little blue tick because there's sometimes fake accounts.
I know.
It's
funny when people, when they do get a fake account, everyone's like, oh my god, guys, somebody's hacked your account. You're like, no, that's not like...
Yeah. Or like, I get, it's funny, they'll screenshot something, like for a while there's a bunch of people impersonating me, so they have my profile pictures, they have a version of my name.
Well, you know, like Ken Adams or something. What was the name? It was really funny.
No, sometimes it's Stephen Clark as well. There's been other people who use my photos, but then, there's people who actually try to pretend that they're me, and then, so people would then screenshot a conversation, then send it to me on my Instagram profile saying, hey, got these messages from you, is this really you? I'm like, well, you're messaging me here, so clearly not.
Why would I have two accounts?
Yeah. If I'm going to message you, I would message you. I typically will not message you. I sometimes respond to messages, and sometimes...
Do you remember in the early days, somebody put you on Tinder, and somebody from Glasgow or Edinburgh, but it used that shitty picture of you in the... Well, not a shitty picture, but it wasn't your finest, and it was from like they'd stolen your image when we were training down at your old gym. And you were like, it was like we used to train at like 5 in the morning. So
oh like, yeah, it wasn't looking great. But yeah, I was on Tinder. If you see me on Tinder, please report. It's not me.
Right, everybody.
Anyway, I'm working with tennis elbow.